What? Well, Baba Mohbad is the one that knows why he needs all those things. I don't know. I don't want
So
to,
why
I
is
don't
he
even like
putting
discussing.
problem on public?
I don't like
What you
discussing
know
him
you
online again
cannot
because
afford.
you are
How will you bargain
being
for it?
misquoted every time you talk and all that. I don't want to talk about these things, and I don't want to be talking about a lot of things that I know about these cases because I have people who have been. See, I have people, family members who are politicians, and I know how much they pay for all these sand things. So
But the question
just
is,
leave
what
that.
does Baba Mohbad need the sand for?
That's his business. That's his business. Òun ló mọ nǹkan tó fẹ́ fi ṣe. But I think he's preparing because if you look at Baba Mohbad, he has been inconsistent. He has been really, really inconsistent. First of all, he said they called him from the house. He already knew the guy was dead because they
Yes.
called him from the hospital.
Brown
They
boy
called him
said
from
he
the
called
hospital.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, so he knew right from the time
Hello, my beautiful people, please.
Josie is going to
Hello.
nothing.
Hello, hold on,
Hello,
hold on.
beautiful.
Mercy.
Hello.
Hi.
ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan.
Ẹ má
Hi.
bínú chairman, èèyàn kan jẹ́ chairman láàrin yín, kí ló ń ṣe? Ẹ gbọ́ tẹ̀lé chairman.
A kò fẹ́ kó ní sùúrù ní kó bá wa dá sétò.
Who is the chairman? If he doesn't have anything to say, you drop him. Please don't do.
You just want to say something. Maybe you want to say
Let's
something.
hear for him now. Let's hear for him.
Hear from him.
Send a request. Chairman, can we hear from
He's
you?
here now.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Evening.
Good morning.
Good morning, yes, good morning, Nigeria.
Is MFM in morning? Okay, morning. Yeah, MFM. Yeah, morning already.
Yeah, it's already
No
free.
morning. We are evening here.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
Me, I'm
morning.
evening.
12. Wow.
We are 9 here. 12 till we know. 12:09.
Okay, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever.
Yeah.
Whatever. So, okay. Yes.
Oh, this is chairman from the other side.
Yeah.
And let him talk. As long as he speaks sensibly.
Okay, thank you so much for giving me this time. Of course, somebody said chairman from Papa. Yes, because I listen, I contribute special commentaries and stuff like that. Okay?
Can you please mute?
Social commentaries and stuff like that. So, let me say thank you for bringing me up, because I just want to, this is the first time that I'm going to hear Mercy from me. This is the first time I'm seeing this platform, and this is the first time I'm hearing stuff from the other camp. Let me put it that way, So I've been patiently listening for quite some time now, trying to even get the other camp, because I've not been opportune to. Sometimes you just come, do whatever you want to. Maybe you're tired, you just want to rest a bit before you sleep. So, so that has been the issues. I want to believe that the Gbogbo Wambi,
Interference is going to enter. Mommy, can you please mute?
More Yoruba, Nigeria, and Gbogbo, because I could hear a lot of Yoruba, and I'm quite impressed that we are all speaking on the same level. Now, if you can permit me, Ejo, with all due respect, I'm not here to castigate anybody. I'm not here to say ABC. No. This is just a plain, innocent Nigerian curiosity question, just to have a bit of detailed understanding. Mo de fẹ́ ká kàn sọ̀rọ̀ yìí gẹ́gẹ́ bí, Nigerians ká kàn sọ generally. Please, I repeat once again, I am not here to castigate anyone or to point accusing fingers to anyone, because if a matter is in the judicial process, speaking about it publicly, personally, I wouldn't do that. It's called my profession. I will not do that. But this is social commentary, all right? And on that note, if you will permit me to just ask few questions, if I can get a feedback, it will help me a positive understanding. So do I have the permission to go ahead?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Say you. Say you, say me.
Now you say me.
Say you, say me. All right. Okay, now I'm going to give this practical background example that happened to me August last year. Okay, I'm in England here, and I can't detect me lulu. My phone is always on 24 hours. But I mean. Want to Bakunle. I said, what? Kunle happens to be my younger brother, a 39-year-old reverend priest in Anglican church, was found dead in front of his house. From the time around 11-12 midnight. So the next thing my younger brother has everybody, Eletu ma mu adamada, Eletu ma mu oko, Eletu ma mu igi. Mboloda, ọ̀nà lọ sílé ìyàwó ẹ̀. And lọ ṣe kíni. With that hunger, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Why do you want to do that? Okay, Dad, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Kúnlé ti kú, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Ìyàwó ẹ̀ ló ti mọ́lé, kò jẹ́ kó jáde, wọ́n ló sick, kò jẹ́ kó jáde. Mo ní, what? Nobody heard? Kò sọ fún anybody. Àwọn ní, So agitation yẹn pọ̀, ṣàfẹ́ lọ attack ẹ̀ mọ́lé. So the first thing I did was to call the bishop. Bishop, mo gbọ́ pé àwọn àbúrò mi ń bọ̀ mo dẹ̀wọ̀n pé torí wọ́n bá ti yí bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, go lọ́gbọ́n wọn gbọ́ kọ́m. Okay, wọ́n ṣàkọ́kọ́ lọ rescue ìyàwó kúrò nílé náà, wọ́n gbé lọ sí vicarage for safekeeping. Apparently, ìyàwó ò ní fóònù when mi ò get ẹ̀, mò ń pè é, I couldn't reach out to her. So I got the bishop. Bishop now gave the phone. I said, give the phone to the wife because she talks to me regularly. Torayo, what happened? Don't greet me first. Tell me what actually happened. She now narrated what happened to me. I said, is that the truth? She said, yes, that's the truth. Oh, I said, I know. All right. So, having heard from her, I had to call back to my family guys. Say, hey boys, anybody. Timbagbo, you guys are dead. Go back home. We'll resolve this matter. So, burial, everything shall law. Now, nígbà tó wá fẹ́ lọ ṣe tó fẹ́ lọ prepare burial ẹni yẹn láàárọ̀, tó fẹ́ lọ prepare kan bath fún kan wẹ̀ fún kan prepare. Tó wá rí tó tọ̀n ẹ̀yìn ẹ̀, tó tọ̀n ẹ̀, náà wá rí pé wọ́n stab ẹ̀ lẹ́yìn. So that now brought agitation again. Stab, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Now, investigation now revealed that our guys can low attack. Ó fẹ́ jáde kúrò nílé, ó fẹ́ lọ charge a phone. So wọ́n pàdé ẹ̀ lẹ́nu gate, wọ́n dẹ̀ ṣeléṣe. And he died in the process. Now, to cut a long story short, the investigation revealed that my brother was actually
Your chairman, before you go too far. So I'm so sorry to cut you in. So that because you first said you called the wife to ask me kilopa, right?
Yes,
and she explained kilo shele, and she explained to you. So in the explanation, kò sọ pé wọ́n stab ẹ̀ nígbà tó fẹ́.
Ó kàn explain nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀, and let me explain so that you can get the context. Àjọ jẹun lálẹ́ àná ni bá ṣe dé àmútẹ̀bà ní kí ló máa jẹ́ ó lẹ́bà àti ilá alásèpọ̀ òun dẹ̀ jáde jẹ́ jẹun tán wá lóun fẹ́ lọ chat because ìyàwó máa ń ṣe bí POS.
So wait, don't go too far on that one.
No, so that you can get the context.
No, you understand? No, hold on.
So you let him talk.
No, I want to so that we will not forget. So did the wife see the corpse because obviously she been
hold on, let me explain. I like to explain so that you can
let him finish. Let's
okay.
We're taking it. Just take note of what you want to ask.
Oh, yeah,
take note of where you come back to.
Yeah, thank you.
Just take your notes and you ask him.
So only I want dẹ̀ jẹun òun dẹ̀ sùn sórí bẹ́ẹ̀ ó wá sọ pé kó òun lọ charge for in the west àkútó síná ó lè jẹ́ nìkan ló máa ṣí shop tó máa tan gen. So ó pààkì fóònù ìyàwó ó pààkì tiẹ̀ ó gbé kíní POS machine ọkọ àbí tìyàwó náà pé kóun tiẹ̀ lọ charge so that they can prepare for business the following day, right? So ìyàwó dẹ̀ ní okay o má pẹ́ o ìyàwó dẹ̀ wà nílé pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ ó sùn sórí bed, which is normal thing tó máa ń ṣe. So jíjáde tó fẹ́ jáde lẹ́nu gate làwọn guys yẹn pàdé ẹ̀ tó dẹ̀ ṣe nǹkan tó máa ṣe. So àwọn èèyàn tó wá rí wọn lọ sáré lọ gbálẹ̀kùn gbàgbàgbàgbàgbà. Ọkọ ẹ ti kú sí ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ ọkọ ẹ ti ṣubú sílẹ̀ ń ta nǹkan nǹkan. So jíjáde tó máa jáde nílẹ̀ ti ṣù náà ṣé yẹn lọ fẹ́ máa check ara ẹ̀. Ó di dìgbà kò tí ì pass on. Ó dìgbà hospital kìíní. Ìgbà tó dé hospital kìíní. Eléyìí ọ̀rọ̀ general hospital ni ẹ máa lọ. That was when the petrol scarcity was really looming in Nigeria. So the ambulance, no fuel, no driver, no vehicle to convey them to the general hospital. All right. So by the time somebody will start volunteer, so apparently you will lose a lot of blood. So before getting to the general hospital, brought in dead. So ṣe rí pé ìyàwó tí ẹ mọ̀ kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀. She cannot explain. So the only thing she was able to explain to me, nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ rẹ̀ táwọn fi sùn. Wọ́n kàn dẹ̀ wá pé òun ní gbìdìgbìdì. So she didn't even know what happened. But she was able to give me the background pé báyìí tóun fi sùn. So ọkàn mi balẹ̀ pé yes, kò parọ́. But what happened kò mọ̀. So the situation was like, bóyá ó forí gbá, bóyá ó slump, bóyá ó yọ̀ ṣubú, bóyá ó forí gbá gate. Nobody knew. That was just, but because she's been able to explain what happened to me, so I was able to douse the tension with my guys. Hey, guys, don't touch that woman. Don't. I've heard from her, but I want to let me know to be sick. Apparently, maybe there has been little fracas between, little fracas, So the wife did not even know what happened. Insinuation of people you first say Yoshubu for the ballet. That was the insinuation. So 4 days after, but I have prepare burial. Mortuary lower. But I went from mortuary because I stationed my brother to be there. I want to see all the process, record everything for my send everything to me. So if you don't think we have thought it turn, not to worry, stop yembe. So that now calls for investigation, curiosity, kilo shele. So investigation now, if I have the information on my phone, my brother was engaged with some little things, and so our guy is saying, fair partner, to be sincere, one thing just led to the other. So the wife was totally exonerated. Okay, and up to today, the wife is on my payroll every month because we'll be more meji for her. Okay, whatever we can do. So, and she's fine. She's okay. She's in the there. She's fine. Everything is fine. Kolomba mi dele fún àbúrò mi tó lọ. Àwọn ọmọ tó fi sílẹ̀ kí nǹkan má ṣe wọn. Now, I try to bring that back. Does that satisfy? If you have any question on that, I can go on. Hello.
I want you to go to where exactly you're going because you just told us a story and you want to, use it as a kind of
exactly
connection to what you want to talk about. That is what I'm interested in. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Now, my curiosity has been that think nǹkan lè ṣẹlẹ̀. Nobody is oblivious of that. And the question I've been always, putting jáde lọ́kàn mi ni pé, okay, fine. Tí nǹkan bá ṣẹlẹ̀. In my opinion, as the wife here now, you are like the second in command. You are like the spouse. You are like you are the second in command. Let me put it that way. Now, the question I've not gotten an answer to was that, people boy by the way we used to say. Ṣé yàwó ṣó lọ bá bàbá àbí ìyá ẹ gbà mí báyìí kàsà báyìí káwòdì nǹkan tí mo rí rèé o ẹ gbàánú mi o ẹ ṣàánú mi o. I've not had an answer to that up to now. To God who made me, I've not taken sides. I'm opportune to be here and to ask, maybe I can get an answer to that because I believe that should be the normal thing. Yeah, bye. Nǹkan tí mo rí rèé o. Àjọ jáde lánàá ni o, ó sùn ni o, ó ṣe. Did that happen? Because if Wumi happens to be my brother or my sister, this is what I'm going to ask her. Did you tell your father-in-law, nígbà tí nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀? that will suffer.
Can we tackle that first?
I want to believe this is a family thing, and I think this
Okay,
is
can
where
we
the
tackle that
suspicion.
aspect first?
Okay, all right.
Now we'll go. Maybe we'll go around one by one. And I don't know. The first question I'll ask you is: have you followed this case from the beginning?
Like I said to you, maybe he can't go for 1 or 2 hours. Then, but ever since Baba went to Berekete, from that day, I began to follow every day. From that day.
Okay.
So, which I can
Did
tell
you
you that
listen to the police conference?
I saw. I heard their conference. One Johnny, no more to blah 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 blah. I listen, but I'm saying my question is.
No, I'm going somewhere.
Okay.
I've asked you 2 things now. Okay. You said you didn't really listen to. From the impression you are giving me here is that you've not really taken your time to follow this case, because whatever it is, right from the start, if we start from whatever happened, the fight, they go into the hospital, and the questions about asking Wumi what happened. Now, just 2 days ago, first of all, we heard about the case, and we heard about the statements that Joseph Aloba himself made. Have you really, really spoken one-on-one with Joseph Aloba and to ask him from the start? Because you are saying Wumi did not call him. Why didn't she call him? That's the impression that he was given. No, wait, let me finish. That's the impression that everybody has gotten. But there were people who said, which we saw, and they said they have evidence that he was aware of what happened at the hospital. He was aware of the passing of his son at the hospital, and in fact gave instruction for the body to be taken home. Now, what do you want Wumi to tell him when he was already aware? If I may ask you.
Okay, that sounds strange again. Like I said.
That sounds what?
Sounds strange again that it was aware.
Good. That was what we heard. That's exactly what we heard too. And the people who said this said they have evidence.
Okay. Okay. That Baba knew that he has passed. Baba knew.
That's why I'm asking you. Did you really sit
finish?
down?
Can I come after you when you finish speaking?
Yeah. Did you really? Because the point here is, honestly, for me, for some time, I've been thinking, between the hospital and the house, what informed the decision to take that body home? Until, I've just been thinking, what informed that decision? Because he wasn't meant to be taken home. But now I have the answer. And I'm so glad that these people said they have a recording of their discussion. They went to the hospital. They wanted to go and see, because these are his friends. And they said when they got there, they were told that they've been asked to take the body home. His parents, which was his father.
No, do you know why I'm asking all of this? Because I'm sure you have heard all the narratives from Baba to the public.
Baba said he was called. Baba never said he knew. But Baba made a statement on his way. He said he knew he was dead. He made a statement. He said that to everybody.
Yeah, that the way
the same Baba never mentioned that he was called from the hospital.
Okay.
So that is new to you too. Please take that with you. Find out more about that. But that is what we heard. So
from information now, there has been a communication between.
Very Baba. Good. He was aware.
Chairman, let me make this a very brief storyline for you, so you can understand. So this is how it actually happened. By the virtue of what we heard, mostly from Baba and from Wumi, or what was said, and the narratives that was placed in the social media. First and foremost, this is how it works. I will bring it a day before the show happens. Prime Boy went visiting Mohbad. They sat down, they drank, Mohbad went upstairs, and I need for you to listen to me carefully. So I'm picking their words and what they say.
Yeah.
They played, they did whatever they need to do on that. That means Prime Boy were there on Saturday, Sunday, they went for the show. After Mohbad finished singing, right? The reason why Wumi went, right? You must have heard that with Mohbad and Liam was Mohbad was going to go to an hotel with Wumi around the area in Korodu, right? So that Wumi could be dropped at Mohbad's mom's house so that they can go and do shopping for our new shops. Yeah, and then you understand that is why Wumi went with Mohbad to that show, because they were coming from Lekki. So Ikorodu to do the show, which nobody can dispute. Okay, so that was why Wumi was in the car in the first place. Then there was an argument between Prime Boy or whatever happened. Do you understand? They got into a fight. According to the police, the fight, was so huge, and then when Mohbad hits the glass or whatever, that was what I am going to go by, which of course, and I think Prime Boy insistently actually confirmed that there was an argument or a fight, that he had to run to Cubana chief priest because he was scared for himself, because Mohbad boys might beat him up. They left. They went home. Everybody got home. Prime Boy left his bag, you understand, in Mohbad's entry because he went with them from home. All right. Then, Mohbad sustained an injury on his hand, just on his hand, which of course there is every possibility. Maybe there is glass, or maybe there's some muscles were cut or whatever. If you go online, you will see the hand, right?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Wumi helped out, do you understand, to clean it, make him comfortable, even though there was an argument because Wumi was upset that Mohbad had a terrible fight with his friend when Liam was in the car with her. You understand, which is normal between spouse, right? And they resolve it the following day, which will be Tuesday. That was Liam was supposed to be 5 months, right? Okay, go and cook for all the boys.
The following day will be Monday. The show was
Monday. No. Show was Sunday Sunday midnight stroke Monday. So Monday. They must have gotten home around They must have gotten home around 7, right? 7, and go to sleep and everything like that. Okay. So the following day, the hand was swelling up. Even the this is the interpretation. Don't let anybody lie. So if you look at the time, there is no fallacy in this or lie. So anyway. Okay, because he's still feeling pain and everything, he couldn't get through to his nurse. Spending decided to say, okay, let me call my nurse because Mohbad is in pain. Called his nurse. The nurse didn't pick up the phone. Somebody, was it Mohbad that took the number and recalled the nurse, and then the nurse came?
It wasn't Mohbad.
I think it's someone else that called.
It was the DJ. Yeah. DJ Bami. Okay, somebody called exactly, and then the nurse appeared and came and gave Mohbad injection. Yeah. Okay, the question, let me stop it there. You said, why did Wumi not call the parent?
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to ask you a question before I continue. Mm-hmm. So, is it every time that you're sick? I'm assuming that you have a wife, right? You have an injury that your wife called your parent if they're still alive.
Not even, not all the time. I'm talking.
So you know where I'm taking you now?
I know.
Okay, yeah. Now, so let alone that, do you know that Mohbad has actually been in a situation whereby he's been attacked severally by the Malians, by Sam Larry, and they have actually looked
things. It's not everything you your parents over.
No, even when they hacked Mohbad. When they hacked Mohbad, they would have actually called a nurse to come and treat him at home because Mohbad is scared. If you've heard his story, you understand. Yeah. So it was not something out of the blue or an action out of the blue to call a nurse. You understand. Yeah. So it is the norm. Nobody knew that whatever will happen that very Tuesday would happen. Yeah. So for you now asking, why didn't she call the parent? Okay. You understand? These are new couples with a little baby that they just came back from a show, and then they were going to celebrate the fifth month of their son. Everybody was in the house, and nurse came, injected him, and something went wrong. They tried rushing him, you understand, to the hospital. On the way to the hospital, he gave up the ghost. They pronounced him dead. Yeah. Of course.
On arrival.
On arrival. Yeah. Now, here, this is the cogent point that people refuse to actually reason.
Okay.
Remember, Wumi ran with them. Adura was with them. Some friends were with them. The neighbor was there. when he was still breathing, while they were rushing him from that car to what do you call it, to the Okada, to rush him to the hospital. For them to get to hospital, and they now said BOD, BID. Thank you. You understand? Do you think Wumi, as the young wife, will believe that, or she wouldn't have actually gone mad immediately? She would be dazed, right? And they took that body again to the second hospital, right? And they confirmed it. Tell me, what position would you expect Wumi to be in for Wumi to be the one to call the father or the mother to say,
in that situation,
was sick?
Even the Adura was there. So if Wumi couldn't do that, Adura should be.
Thank you. Because if you do not understand, if you have been following this since when this thing happened, you will now see the narrative that people are trying to push her. It's something that I actually explained in a very flat surface for you now. Now, okay, when the dad now said, take him back home, I'm on my way. On the way, he didn't tell Mohbad's mom that Mohbad died.
Okay, you can now see that that's a different narrative there.
Yeah, I know. This is why I said I'm going to put it in the simple.
No. Wait. Say you say me. Let's quickly ask here. Who is making the different narrative?
Okay, according to Baba's narrative, all right.
Good.
That the wife called him. That that the mother
You mean Mohbad's mom?
The Mohbad's mom called Mohbad's dad that one in Mohbad sick, Kawawuni or Shapa or whatever the name is. Okay, so they met in Ikorodu to cross the water to the other side of island. All right, I know that side of Ikorodu. Where do you cross? Ibubu, cross to the other side. Okay, that on their way when they got to Oshapa, according to Baba Mohbad, that when they got to Oshapa, they called the wife again. And I believe that is on the social space. So you are not making that up.
You're right about that.
But Baba now in his curiosity now say, how can
you? So let me pause it. Let me pause that. I know what you are going to say.
Exactly. Okay.
I know what you are saying. Okay, now let me now say this. Mommy, let me explain that part to him. And if I didn't explain it properly.
I was going to go. When you're done, I will say something. Yeah.
Okay. Now let me now tell you this. All right. First and foremost, Chairman, Mohbad, when Mohbad body was still in the car, when they were screaming, Mohbad is dead. It was on live TikTok and Instagram. That is one thing I want you to know. Baba Mohbad is conversant with online because he is close to all those things. That is one thing. Secondly, there has been a conversation that was a chat that Prime Boy actually did when he came out, and he said, I called Baba Mohbad and he told me, he said, I asked him, and he said, I am just leaving my house. I am just leaving my house. Mohbad. I am just leaving the house. That means when Baba now said, Iya Mohbad ló pè mí pé wọ́n lára ọmọ ò yá, mo wá sáré lọ sójú títì, mo wá mọ́tò tó máa gbé mi. From his house, he's heard that nǹkan ti ṣe Mohbad ti kú. Do you understand? But when he was telling the story you just told me, wait, let me tell you. Wait. Let me hand it up for you. You can say any other thing. So from when Baba now said, me bon koko, now I will not justify what I'm saying now. You see, when Baba now said, wọ́n pè mí o ìyá wọn náà ń pè, the first thing tó jáde lẹ́nu mi ni pé ọmọ yìí ti kú, ikú owó ló kú. Which Baba have you ever seen or heard will say that? How did he know that Otiku? If he had not been, briefed, if he had not been briefed or told prior to then on the halfway, why would he say Iku?
Gentlemen, we can now say that there is a little lacuna around that. Half truths.
Even though he knows, let me tell you what happened now. He knew that guy is dead. Listen to this carefully, and I'm going to choose my word carefully. He knows because Prime Boy has alerted him, but he wouldn't know how to tell Mama Mohbad because he knows he still has to go to that house because of what he wanted to gain from that house. Okay? All right. Now, when he said bring the phone, When he said himself,
he said,
go to jáde lẹ́nu mi pé ikú owó ló kú, ọmọ yẹn ti kú, ikú owó ló kú. Wọ́n kàn ní bàbá go back home, ara ọmọ ti yá. If he had not known, why would he say that? Then he still progressed straight to go down to the place. And when he went to the house, he said it himself. He said, I went up straight. That means he's totally convinced. He knows totally that the son is dead. Anytime you understand? Told the straight. Oh, then you want book or Mosabe staircase. Sure, you understand? Oh, Baraje, oh, Sunkun. And I remember one of the interviewers had said, where was Mama Mohbad? He said she did not come in. She was on the floor outside.
Yeah.
But he went in, he just went straight to his room to go and get jewelries, to go and get whatever he needed to do, and he locked that room up. You understand? He locked that room up. So,
okay.
That is the scenario.
Now, let me finish, please. Let me quickly add what I wanted to add. Now, something came up where a blogger went to write a wrong thing about the situation. That was when the people who were there, who went to want to go and, take charge, take him to the mortuary or something, now told him to correct him. They said, please be careful about what you're writing. If you don't have information, don't write what you don't know. This was what happened. We got there. When we got there, we didn't see the body. We asked for the body, and we were told that his parents have asked him to take him home. So who are these parents? Obviously, and they warned the guy that please, all these things that they're saying, they have it on record. They have it on record. And they will defend themselves when the time comes. But for the respect that they have for their friend, they're not going to mention anything. But they just caution that blogger to be careful about what he's writing. And this was where, because for me, the disjoint for me was what happened between the hospital and the house. Now
between the movement what happened is that between the movement
yes.
between that
movement, yes.
Yes.
What made them take him home? That had been the question in my head for a long time. Until I read what was
according to Baba. I don't know if you want to diffuse that. According to Baba, that he took the body to the hospital for maybe to deposit at the morgue. They asked him for
that was after all this.
Chairman,
Odoma, that he now went to the police station to obtain a police report.
Before you go to that place, I really want to go back to your story that you said. Okay. I will still go back to the story.
To my story, okay.
Yes, to your story that you said. In the story you said, the first thing, you said your sister called you or somebody called.
I called the bishop so that I can speak with the wife.
It is not your sister that actually called, right?
No. I called the bishop because there was no phone with the wife anymore. There's no way to communicate.
Okay,
no, you can't compare that to this case.
You are just telling us that there is no phone with her, but you want it to be like Wumi to call their father-in-law, right? But in your own scenario now, your sister-in-law did not even call you, right?
No. I'm the one that made that call.
You didn't castigate her for not doing that. Why? Get me. I said I made it. My brother was already on their way to go and unleash. I understand. Because your brother is on the way to go and unleash their anger. But your sister-in-law did not even call you to let you know that your brother has passed. Can you please mute?
I get you.
So, can you please mute?
I get what you're saying now. Yeah, I get
so your sister did not even call you.
If the wife did not call the father-in-law, the mother-in-law, why can't the father-in-law, the mother-in-law call the wife to ask?
Okay, yeah.
Is that not what you're trying to insinuate? Which is very
not to ask because he was already aware. So why is he making it look as if?
Let's even go with his own story. Let's even go with his own story. Yeah. Your own story. The wife already know that her husband is already dead, and she didn't even call you. According to you know the kind of relationship that you have for you to be expecting that the wife's supposed to call me. So let's now look back. You are Yoruba. in Yoruba tradition, let's not go into tradition now, because Yoruba ní àṣà àti ìṣe. Ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, tí òkú Mohbad ìsòkú ọ̀fọ̀, and we all know that. Tí òkú ọ̀fọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn bá ṣẹlẹ̀, àwọn wo ló lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ láti túfọ̀ òkú tó bá ní òbí láyé? Àwọn wo ló lẹ́tọ̀ọ́?
In fact, àwọn àgbààgbà tó wà níbi ilé Mohbad lọ máa lọ sí ilé àwọn òbí láti lọ tú ọ̀fọ̀, láti lọ tú.
Kò pọn dandan kó jẹ́ àwọn ògbà tó wà nílé Mohbad. Don't get it wrong, as Yorùbá Mr. Chairman. Wait.
Yeah, that's not àwọn àgbààgbà, at least.
Àwọn ní ìdílé wọn kò ṣe pé àwọn tó wà nílé Mohbad is a two different thing. Ní ìdílé wọn. Ṣó yé yín? Okay, now let's now go to the scenario of pé, let's assume pé bàbá gan tiẹ̀ ti mọ̀, according to what we now heard now, pé bàbá ti mọ̀. And I want, yeah, you are hearing, you actually hear, you can go onto the Headnot page and you can see the that comment, Mohbad friend comments. Now, ìgbà tí àwọn definitely àwọn tó wà nínú ilé gan ò tí mọ̀ pé bàbá ti mọ̀ pé ọmọ ti ṣàìsí, ẹ̀tọ́ ni fún wọn láti parọ́ fún òbí pé lóòótọ́ wọn ti kọ́kọ́ sọ fún wọn pé ó rẹ ọmọ yìí díẹ̀ o, òkè ara ẹ ti balẹ̀, ẹ padà sílé. That is àṣà Yorùbá. Ẹ má yẹ ká kó àṣà dà nítorí sentiment, because kò tọ́ sí òbí láti ṣàdédé sọ pé o fẹ́ lọ fojú rí òkú ọmọ ẹ̀, which is àṣà. Àwọn àgbààgbà ló máa wá gbéra
that one may have come to play so that they can then find a way.
Àwọn àgbààgbà ló máa wá gbéra dé láti lọ́ fi mọ́ pé wọ́n máa ń túfọ̀, wọ́n máa wá mọ gbọ́n tán máa dá ibẹ̀ máa tẹ̀ mọ́ra ni o. That is the
in that context, I think whatever they must have played out in that context, I think is right.
So in that context of people trying to castigate that pé Wumi, no, nílẹ̀ Yorùbá wọn kì í ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
No, even gan ìyàwó uncle chairman, ìyàwó yín gan tẹ́ sọ pé àbúrò yín tó fẹ́ àbúrò yín yẹn. So the reason why she didn't call you would have been the state of mind that she was in. The state of mind. She wouldn't have exactly be able to call exactly what happened to Wumi.
Yeah, exactly. Kò lè pè yín láti sọ fún yín pé ẹ ló bàbá ọkọ, no, ó máa ti ẹ̀ lò tó bá ti ẹ̀ máa ṣerú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn gan kò ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. You understand? Láṣà Yorùbá nìyẹn. And you were saying, let me even now go back. Even your story doesn't have to be, but I want to bring out a little bit of thing from that your story. You said in the story, you said the wife, your brother went out to go and charge or something, and he was attacked.
Yeah.
Right? I want to assume that it was attacked within the environment.
Yeah, at the gate. Yeah.
So the first person, pass by, that they will scream. I want to assume it happens in Africa, in Nigeria, right?
Yeah.
So we know how people call for help. Right? Yeah. So it will actually alert the wife inside. And she was taking, I don't want to believe your story is a makeup story.
It's not a makeup. How would I do that to my brother? Okay. Now, this is the reason why I want to believe it's a makeup story. They stabbed somebody. People screamed for help. They want to carry. How would they stab? How would they stab? Hold on. How would they stab? And they will not even see traces of blood. And you now said they took him to hospital. Hospital no check it. One stab where one react. Which hospital is that? And it was now when they want to prepare him for what? For burial. No one turn back. No worry. That is a big lie. No, don't say a big lie.
Okay, now correct me.
Chairman, let me quickly.
It's a trivial issue.
Let me respond to that.
Madam, let me clear that. What I said is that the insinuation was that boya ofori gbale because they actually saw blood. Boya ofori gbale. Abi boya ofori.
You didn't understand that was.
I said it. I said it.
Let me say something.
Okay, think about ofori gbale.
Please, can we not argue about that?
Yeah.
I just want to quickly say something. Some stabbings, you get just internal bleeding. You may not bleed out.
Yeah.
You may not see on the outside. Now, let's leave that matter. Now, let me tell you another narrative that you may get to hear from the side you're coming from. People, a lot of them claim that, okay, so why would she go online to start saying, oh, they've pied him, take your trophy.
Yes.
Now, let me, from my understanding of what might have happened, I don't know Wumi, I've not spoken to her. What I feel is that by the time she was doing that, she knew She knew Baba was aware.
Wow.
Do you get that? Have you thought of that? It is now that I'm adding that up because, I told you that gap. Now I see why she was able to go online. Amira, can you turn down the tap? Why she could go out and speak was because she knew already that Baba was aware. You can continue.
A question. Shaman, when the incident happened, they arrest the nurse. Baba told them to release the nurse. That is another case.
No, his question is not about those ones. He's just saying, why didn't Wumi call him? Those are the reasons we're giving.
He got into that spot now. He will still get there. He's still he's bringing the.
It's just one question that he asked. That why didn't she call him? That's why we're explaining the situation, right?
Have you answered that?
Are you clear about the reason why Wumi did not call the parents?
Wumi cannot call.
So did you now understand the trace of from where we are now? Do you have any other question? Because we will link it. Everybody will link the journey for you to see that there is a narrative that does not have receipt that you've been hearing. Okay. So do you have another question?
Yeah, the second
we are not going to link too much for him because me, I will be sincere with you. It's just coming here to information from us.
I want to please. Let's have an open mind. Ask one further question so that we can then wrap it up. The second question will now be, Baba, according to Baba's testimony, that she took the body to the police station to get a police report, and he wasn't given the police report. So we're in that context as Nigerians, as what should be, is that supposed to be? Why didn't the police issue? Because you're already dead. And they will not take this body in a morgue without a police report. So what happened? Why did the police fail to do that?
Okay, let me answer that part.
Please.
Can you say your question again? Please, can you say your question again?
Yeah, his question is, why didn't they give Baba police reports? Okay, now let's look at this scenario. Where did Mohbad die? Can you answer the question? Where did Mohbad die?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay, no, wait. Okay, now, where was he taken? Okay, let's assume he died on their way to the hospital, right? And on their way to the hospital, let's say within their vicinity, let's assume it's a Lekki area. Okay, from Baba's testimony, he said he carried the cup from Lekki. He carried it down to where? To Ikorodu, right? To get police reports. Chairman, do you know what they call jurisdiction?
Of course, there's police station in. There should be police station in Osakpa area where the incident occurred. So you cannot take that body to Ikorodu for a police report. They will send you back to the jurisdiction.
Did Baba not tell you? Did Baba now go back? Did Baba now go back to where the incidents happened? Yes or no? If you think the police report is more important, why didn't he go back to where the incident happened, to jurisdiction that the incident happened? And do you know from Baba's testimony himself, he said, and I quote, he said, when I get to the police station, I have started writing statements.
Writing my statement,
when the DPO come in and ask some questions, and they asked me to stop writing the report, and they asked me to go back. So why didn't he go back if that police statement with the report is more important for him to keep, so that he will be able to, to take Mohbad deposit in the morgue?
Okay, let Otumba answer now.
That's good. Good.
Otumba, over to you, Otumba.
Yeah, Mommy, thank you so much. Chairman.
Otumba, how are you, sir?
Yeah, Kale, I believe you are Yoruba and elderly man, because I saw you at a Papariano platform.
Yeah.
And you spoke very well. And I believe you know a lot about our culture, right?
I'm an Ijebu man.
Okay, you are Ijebu man. Eshegan chairman. Because in Continental, I'm going to base it on our belief, Yoruba belief
Correct.
and Yoruba culture.
Yeah.
Nǹkan tí mo kọ́kọ́ bá lórí platform yìí because èmi tiẹ̀ ti sùn lọ. A wà ní 10:52 bíi 10:52 p.m.
Alẹ́ táwa ṣe ń jí mi
Yes,
báyìí.
alẹ́.
Ìlú ṣá.
So, like lórí Papariano àtàwọn orí platform tí mo ti máa ń rí yín, ó láwọn kan tán believe ọ̀ tán sọ ọ̀ tán fi ń attack Wumi. Mo dẹ̀ rò pé irú ẹ̀yin chairman yìí tẹ́ mọ̀ nípa àṣà wa, ó yẹ kẹ́ lè máa correct wọn. Tẹ́ bá fẹ́ wá bias. Tẹ́ bá fẹ́ sọ pé at all cost.
Shall we or not more? So this is the first time I'm opportuned to hear from the other side. And I'm really, the other side, I first said that I've never heard from other side before, not on TV or boy I can joke with my listen.
Otumba, this is not even about the other side. This is about reality.
Yeah. And that's why we're having this conversation. Yeah.
Gbogbo àwọn tó wà ní around the Mohbad, they are very young. Mi ò ní pè wọ́n lọ́mọdé, ẹ jẹ́ kí n pè wọ́n ní young adults.
Young adults, yeah.
Kan so dà pé ẹni tó jù nù wọn ni Darosa. Maybe Darosa is 28 or 29 or something like that. Mi ò tiẹ̀ rí lè mọ age wọn náà anyway, but mo mọ̀ pé wọn dàgbà bẹ́ẹ̀. Ọ̀túnba mo mọ̀ pé ẹ mọ̀ pé Mohbad àtàwọn tó wà ńbẹ̀ àtàwọn ọ̀rẹ́ àti family, Mohbad ni breadwinner wọn, òun lọ̀gá wọn. Ìkíní ìgbà tí Mohbad kú, wọ́n ní wọn ò pe bàbá. They keep hammering on that. Wọn ò pe bàbá. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ Ọ̀túnba nílẹ̀ Yorùbá gẹ́gẹ́ bí àṣà wa. Tí òkú ọ̀fọ̀, because òkú ọ̀fọ̀ ni òkú Mohbad.
Of course.
Tó bá kú, ṣé wọ́n máa ń pe pẹ́rẹ́ǹtì àwọn ọmọ yẹn lórí fóònù? Bàbá ọmọ yín ti kú o. Wọ́n máa wá àwọn èèyàn tó jẹ́ bí age mate bàbá yẹn, bí ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n kan tó máa lọ tú ọ̀fọ̀. Ẹ̀yin náà gbàgbé àbí? Ẹ gbà pé.
Of course.
Yes, kọ́ọ̀fì nǹkan tó máa ń sọ nìyẹn. Wọ́n pe bàbá ẹ̀ ló yẹ kó kọ́kọ́ gbọ́, bàbá ẹ̀ ló yẹ kọ́kọ́ ṣe kinní kan. Báwo ni Darosa ṣe máa ẹ̀bámu ẹ̀? Mi ò mọ bí wọ́n ṣe ń sọ pé ẹ̀bámi. Mi ò tiẹ̀ fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ìná anyway.
That's the word used by the Baba, so that's what everybody's propagating. In a local way.
Baba does not mean it's a correct word. So you
I personally don't even know what is in a local way. Personally, I don't know.
Bàbá náà tún sọ pé wọ́n tiẹ̀ ti ẹ̀bámu ẹ̀ kí n tó dé.
In a local way, Benny.
That is local way. Wọ́n inject ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú anything. So ẹ ti gbà pé bó ṣe tó wà ní drag yẹn lọ títí. Then Ọ̀túnba, ìgbà tí Mohbad kú, because mo mọ̀ pé súnmọ́ àbá Mohbad because mo rí ròyìn lórí Papariano tẹ́ play. Tẹ́ ẹ bá jẹ́ èèyàn kan tó súnmọ́ àbá Mohbad, you cannot play that kind of role. Ẹni pa máa audit account, ẹni pa everything máa wà transparent.
Okay, let me clear that.
No, ẹni sùúrù, kò sí nǹkan tó kàn mí pẹ̀lú yẹn.
Okay, all right.
Kò sí nǹkan tó kàn mí pẹ̀lú account yẹn àtọ̀. That is not my big. Kò sí nǹkan tó kàn mí because nǹkan tí ó kàn mí mi ò lè dá sí. Èmi kàn ń sọ fún yín pé mo mọ̀ pé ẹ súnmọ́ Joseph Aloba ni.
I don't want to agree on that. That would be a wrong narrative.
Okay. Báwo lẹ ṣe wá fẹ́ get a statement of account? Báwo lẹ ṣe fẹ́ oye tí a lọ tó jẹ́ Joseph ti ná?
Okay, let me just clear the air on that.
Okay, ma mute.
Okay, this is just from the public point of view. okay, from the public point of view. Of course, I go to platforms and, most of the time I open my eyes on the platform. I open my video up. All right. So, this is something, it becoming an issue, accountability, blah, blah, blah. When public are doing something and public is putting forth, of course, it needs to be very careful the way the fund is being expended. All right. So my role on the part of the public is to ensure that there is proper accountability for the public fund. Is that okay?
Can I say something, please?
Ọ̀túnba has stopped.
Chairman,
Yeah.
mo ti sọ fún yín pé kò sí nǹkan tó kàn mí pẹ̀lú that account or donation or something like that. Kò sí nǹkan kàn mí because nǹkan tí ó kàn mí èmi ò ń dá sí. Yeah, then Joseph Aloba Josie.
Otumba, he was asking questions when we're answering him. So, kini question to February next, listen.
Okay, Chairman, kí ni question yín?
I want to answer me now, so Otumba can then give remarks.
Okay, no problem.
These are great areas, and I'm really glad that at least, I got a little feedback. Thank you, everyone, on that. So,
Before you go, can I say something, please?
Shut up, Good
morning, sir, Mr. Chairman.
Good morning, madam.
On this platform, we are not interested in their GoFundMe. For all we care, Baba can go ahead and make money, ask for donation and all that.
Yeah.
For all we care, they should fight about the GoFundMe, whether to donate or not to donate. That's not our business. You get me? Now, the question I want to ask you, I pray we don't bury our children.
Amen.
Now, I want to put you in Baba Mohbad's position.
Okay.
He was called that his son was sick. Then on his way, he was also called, Baba, go home. He's fine now. Then according to him, he said his mind told him that something was wrong, and he continued the journey. Then when he got to Mohbad's house, he saw...
He went upstairs straight, and they called him, Baba, your son is under the staircase, according to him.
No, that's not what he said. He said his mind told him that Mohbad, they called him and said, Mohbad is my Baba, you can go back home.
Yes.
Then in his mind, he continued the journey because he knew something was not right. Then when he got to the house, he saw over 100 people. Yeah, and he was able to recognize Mohbad's lawyer, a representative from Davido, Ayan, and so many other people that he mentioned. And he went straight upstairs to Mohbad's room, where they normally meet and have a discussion. And he saw pool of blood.
So the way you stretched that.
Yeah, that word, pool of a pool. We mean a pool. Maybe a flowing or whatever. He saw pool of his own son's blood. And they called him about, come back, the body is here.
Correct.
And his son's lifeless body. Mr. Chairman, I want to put you in Baba Mohbad's shoe. What will be your reaction?
If I happen to be in that position, right?
Yeah.
Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ ká fi nǹkan burúkú ṣe àpèjúwe ara wa lágbára Ọlọ́run.
Can you speak English, please? I don't understand Yoruba.
Okay. I just pray that none of us will experience such a thing in our lives. We will not see the death of our child, of our loved ones at the prime age. So having said that, of course, it's going to be a mixed feelings for me. Okay? It's going to be a mixed feelings for me. Like, oh, this has happened, confirmed death, all right? So the next thing is to take him to the mortuary. Arrange guys, okay? And we'll want to see our more. Yeah, I just below say mortuary before we start thinking of anything. Definitely, I'm not going to be in a very good state of mind. Definitely, okay. But the next thing is to take him to the mortuary, and if we are Muslims, is to arrange for his burial before the dawn of the day.
Considering the atmosphere at that point in time, they said he was sick, that they were on their way to the hospital. And when you got there, you saw full of blood, you saw his lifeless body, and so many people were there. You wouldn't ask question what happened. You would just arrange for the burial and move the body.
No, I said if we are Muslims, because he has to be buried before the close of that day. All right? So all other questions can be asked later. And if we are Christians, and I saw that, of course I will ask questions.
No, if you are Muslims, it's not that you have to bury him before the close of that day. The case of Mubad, maybe he died in the evening. You have to wait till the next morning.
Next day.
Yeah, you can't bury in the night.
Okay. So definitely there will be burial arrangements kicking in. So like I said, in that state, I've not been in that state. I don't pray to be in that state. I'll be confused. But if I'm able to put myself together, of course I will ask questions, but the body will not be in the house. Call the doctor.